Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Lewis, and I'm back again with Matt.
Fuck Sonic.
Don't listen. We're not gonna get on. We're not as tired as last time, okay? Um, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to record the third episode last week, so we have a bit of catching up to do. Not too much. But what we've got to go through is Team Sonic Racing stuff. We have IDW stuff. We have Sonic Colors of all things. We have the double pack between Mania and Forces, and we have Sonic movie stuff. So we have a lot to go through. But how you been doing the last 2 weeks, Matt, in terms of Sonic stuff?
You want to know?
Do I?
I'm still on my. We love Sonic, but we don't love Sonic. Fuck Sonic, man. I like
Yeah.
Sonic. Wait,
I
I
think
like Sonic.
I think we need to start making these a bit more positive because I've looked at the older episodes and we just trash on people.
Oh no.
It's not good. It's bad. Okay, but seriously though, so do you want to start with, I guess, going from the top of those notes that I wrote down in no particular order, but you want to talk about that Team Sonic Racing delay?
Yeah, that game's never coming out.
Okay, I think it is personally. I think Team Sonic Racing is coming out.
But dude,
In this year.
I heard it is coming out though, because from my contact at Sega,
Okay.
he sent me some images.
Okay.
I posted them on Twitter of the release date.
Oh yeah, one of those images. Do you want to post? Do you want to send them to me after, and I'll upload them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll put them on screen now. These are the images that Matt was sent by Sega. But seriously though, I think that the game it's likely that it might be delayed, but I still think it might be coming out, man. There's something to me that just screams this game can't be delayed. I don't
go. I sent it.
I see it. I don't. I think Team Sonic Racing is one of those games that has got enough shit already. So I don't why would they delay it? What do they have to delay?
I don't think it's polished. It didn't look polished.
It looks pretty solid to me.
It looks solid, but I don't think it was polished.
Yeah.
It didn't look as good as it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's really important to keep in mind is that you have, because we know most of the characters in the game. I think we know almost every character in the game, right?
Yeah,
we've seen
most of them except for the last two, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, no, never mind. The roster got leaked.
Oh, it got leaked?
A while back.
What was the leak?
I don't think even remember it was Metal Sonic, Eggman, and an Egg Pawn or something like that. I don't remember.
I suppose that's pretty likely. I don't know. Either or, the game is probably almost definitely getting delayed, but because the reason why we're saying all of this is because we've got no release date and it should be coming out in the next 2 months, a month and a half, realistically, from when this is uploaded. And no, it'd be 2 months. And basically, the problem is you have this what was it, a Russian magazine
or something like that.
I don't think that there's anything. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really to say about that. I think it's just gonna get. I don't know. I think Sonic Team. It's not a Sonic Team project, and the movie's coming out, and the future's so weirdly complicated. For a while, it was very straightforward with just general game releases. You know, we have a 3D game every couple of years. Dimps makes the console, the handheld equivalent, or a spin-off like Sonic 4, and then we just keep going through the motions. But now we have Classic. We have, is Boost coming back? Is it not coming back? Is yeah, no, we talked about that last time, but I don't want Boost to come back. You know, and we have 12 different spin-offs. We have the Mario problem, but Mario's consistent, so you know that's where the differences kind of lie, in my opinion. Let me think though. So Team Sonic Racing is almost definitely getting delayed. you know more about this than I do, but there was an IDW delay. Right?
Okay, so this is from the sources is David Marriott from the IDW's from IDW on the IDW. This is from the IDW Sonic Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there are 3 announcements. The third one isn't really relevant. It's just like, hey, we're gonna be at this comic book convention in November, guys. Come through. Okay, so basically what happened is, okay, I'm gonna read this like straight from them. I hate to say it, but number one, I hate to say it, but we've run a little behind with Sonic number 10 and the Team Sonic Racing one shot. Issue 10's going to be out a week late, now coming out on October 31st. And the Team Sonic Racing one shot's been delayed until November. We'll have the exact release for you soon. So, and they need like they need an extra bit of time to make sure the books are perfect. And with issue 10, you'll be seeing a couple of changes on the credits. Originally solicited for art by Tracy Yardley, we've gotten Evan Stanley to come and help out too. So you'll see art from both of them in those issues, in part because Evan's drawing something super cool and super secret in issue 11. And you'll notice a change in editorial. Our much beloved friend Joe Hughes has left IDW for some exciting new projects, and we wish him well. I'm staying on board and am joined by our new assistant editor, Megan Brown. Ooh boy. And yeah. So issue 10's getting delayed for a week. It would have come out this Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've been coming out a week earlier than they usually do for the past few months.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, well, issue 5 and I think 5 and 6 came out around this time when those came out. But these have been coming out, but they've been recently coming out in like the middle of the month. So now this is getting pushed to the end of the month, and the TSR one shots getting delayed.
Wait. If the Team Sonic how badly is the Team Sonic Racing comic getting delayed?
Well, it was supposed to come out alongside issue 10 this week.
Ooh. Do you think
it's getting pushed a month back?
Do you think that that's because? Wait, no.
I was thinking that was because of the game about the Russia thing, about the Russian.
No, because like if it comes out in January, okay, like what ends up happening is like that's a month later roughly, so then the thing might get pushed back a month as well. I don't know. That is very weird. It definitely it gives more credence to the idea that Team Sonic Racing is getting delayed, which again I wouldn't particularly want, because at this point it's one of those games where I just want to move on from it. I want the game to come out, I want people to have their opinions on it, and I want people to move on and grow up. Just kind of like Forces, really. Like the period waiting for Forces, regardless of what you think of the actual game's quality, was not a fun time to be a Sonic fan. I think while the game has brought out the worst in people, I think the wait up to it also contributed to that a lot more than it should have. And I think the same thing about TSR, honestly. But yeah, no. So if the comic's getting delayed, then I'm 99% sure TSR is, which is a shame.
Yeah, and now we got new editing staff.
Ooh.
Well, we're getting a change in editing staff. That's gonna be different.
Yeah, as I said, like I don't know anything about the comics, so I don't know how much that's gonna like affect, because I don't read that kind of stuff. So, but
I was it's
interesting.
And we're getting Evan Stanley on this issue as well. I wonder why that is. It might be because no one checked Tracy Yardley's work last issue.
No.
No one checked his work last issue, and I've been very vocal about it, because My man's drew some hands backward. Drew Silver's hands backward on one of the preview pages, and that
Yeah,
shit
I
ended
saw
up.
that.
And that shit ended up in the final product.
Yikes. That's not.
And it's like a fucking full page spread. So like it's like in your face when you open the book, and I'm like, fuck me, man.
Yeah, he's like right there as well. Like Silva's like takes like half the fucking page. Yeah, no. Backwards hands are like pretty bad. Like especially when Silva takes up like half the page. It's like what the fuck?
Yeah, I'll go. Let me grab it real quick. It's right next to me anyway.
He's going on an adventure. Meanwhile, while you like,
It's
I
like
don't know.
legit, like legit. So you get this really cool like you get like two full page. You get one. You get like 3 full page spread, 2-page spreads,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you open it up and bam, Silver's hands are right there and they're backwards, and he's like in the foreground because of how the perspective is. He's in the foreground, so it's like, whoo, he's right there, front and center. And then Rouge has some really awkward posing.
I think
as
it's
well.
kind of interesting how like I don't know about the comics, but I know about this because to me this isn't a huge deal, and I'm pretty sure you can agree like it's not a be all end all type of thing, but like the fact that the fandom has like blown that up like a little bit to the point where I know about it and I don't give a shit about the comics. I don't digest that much Sonic media. I just talk about him a lot, I guess. It does say a lot, I think, about like how the fandom views its characters and its art and the people who make the comics. But that's not something I think I want to get into.
Whoa, don't get me started.
Yeah, no. Well, anyway, you want to speaking of not trying to piss off the fandom, let's go on to colors, because that's totally not a topic that has been run into the fucking ground last week. But basically, for those that weren't aware, and I don't blame you, so there was a Steam sale for Sonic games on Steam. They do this regularly, and basically Steam put out a promo image like they do with a lot of their sales and their news updates and whatever, and it was like something percent off Sonic games, right? It had some text, and then the background there were 4 pictures. Okay, there was the Sonic Generations box art, the Sonic and Sega All-Stars Race and Transform box art, the Sonic Mania key, like the key art for that game, and Sonic Colors, the DS version's box art of Sonic Colors. So rather than being rational-minded and thinking that it was an honest mistake by somebody that worked at Valve, which Sega later posted to the social media and took down, 99% of the fucking internet was like, "Oh, hey guys, we're getting a Sonic Colors port to PC."
Valve, does this mean Sonic Colors on PC?
Hello? Okay.
Sonic Colors on PC?
Listen. I love Colors so much. That game needs a PC version, but y'all are overreacting. Chill. And also on the other side of the spectrum, we got like people who knew that it wasn't that it was just a mistake, but people were like, "Damn, Sega's really making the bad like decisions here." It's like some guy at Valve fucked up. Like, calm down.
If they're porting Colors to PC and not Unleashed,
I knew it was gonna get to this point. Oh my god! Listen.
Stop.
Anybody who look, that's the thing. There was a topic going on, and this is Sega related, but basically it was discovered that Shenmue 1 and 2 were originally going to be remastered instead of PC ported, and you can ported to PC, and you can look that up. And there were people that have never played Shenmue but are Sonic fans that were using that as a reason to shit on Sega. Okay, first of all, I've never played Shenmue, so this is coming from a completely unbiased perspective. but I know from a lot of the people that I've talked to and that that love those two games, and the third one is on the way, by the way. Like, that's also really important to consider the context. They were so happy to even get a port of their game. You know, I wish that I could say the same, because like a bunch of Sega games have had that now. That, you know, Knights has been ported, Jet Set Radio's been ported. Mind you, Knights is missing a bit of content, but that's besides the point. Anyway, you know, and tons of other like old classic Sega series would kill to get ports to modern systems, especially something as cult classic like a Shenmue. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, people, like, it just puts into perspective like how whiny Sonic people can be. Like, they throw a fit or a temper tantrum when, you know, something doesn't get ported, as if we have a right for those developers to spend time and money putting a game that did not sell very well, that people didn't like when it came out, that is literally blacklisted from being sold in stores by Sega themselves, to be put onto a modern system. Like, you really, really think that, like, they're gonna go through all the effort to do that to appease a very vocal minority? A really rude vocal minority? People gotta be out of their goddamn minds, okay? I don't know. I think the Unleashed PC port... I think that the Unleashed PC port, not like agenda, but, you know, like, movement in a way, it's just really loud, and you guys gotta chill. I would kill for an Unleashed PC port. I don't really like that game, but I think... I mean, listen, I don't really like that game, but, like, I think a lot of stuff could be fixed.
No. Be real. Would you, though? would you, though?
I wouldn't kill for it like I would for something like Colors or, like, a Steam version of Heroes, because fuck getting the PC version. But, like, it's, you know, I'd love it. That'd still be great, okay? Because I would be really happy for all the Unleashed people out there. But at the same time, I don't care. It. Yeah, like, if you're being, like, loud and asshole-ish about it, you know, like, do you know how much I would love to see Colors in native 4K? Not running off a Dolphin, but, like, native 4K Sonic Colors with sitting back with a PS4 controller. That'd be great. That game should have gotten an HD port when it came out. But unfortunately, there's probably not a reason for them to do that right now. And I totally get it, you know? I'm just not good. I don't know. Maybe it's just a different strokes kind of thing, but I'm just not the kind of person to whine at companies for shit like this, because I know that in the end it might get ported, or there's more important things to talk about. I think this feeds into the whole Sonic Twitter thing that we've been going at for the last couple of episodes, but, like, people are just really vocal, and, like, you guys need to chill, because people see this, like, Sega sees this. You know, the same thing happens with Nintendo, but they're a very abstract company. Sega sees a lot of this, and they tend to see it as pretty whiny, honestly. And it's like, if you guys really wanted to, like, say Unleashed, I don't like lumping people in, because, I mean, I'd be okay with an Unleashed PC port, but, you know, like, the very vocal minority of rude people that are constantly shitting on Sega for not giving them a port, acting like, you know, in all honesty, complete children on Twitter, you're not helping your cause, and you're making it worse for the people that actually do want this as badly as you do. People need to chill, I think. Like, just let Sega worry about getting Sonic back on track before you guys ask them to spend development time putting old games on new systems. Because, like, I just... See, here's the thing. It's like, when you make this kind of argument, people are like, oh, you hate the idea of ports. And it's like, why would I... You know, I wanted... I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm just done with this whole Unleashed port, Colors port, Heroes port. Even 06 people are like, you know what, guys? You know, it's like, chill. You can't sit there and tell me that companies like Sega, you know, are not investing their money properly into projects that you approve of, or you know, you're not happy with how they're doing, but also expect them to pander to you in particular and spend their time and their money pandering to very, very niche vocal minority parts of the fan base. It just doesn't make sense in my head, you know? These people I don't get them. But anyway, do you want to talk about something else that kind of pissed people off? Which was the Sonic Double Pack for Switch?
The what?
The Sonic... You didn't hear about this?
No, I heard about it, but, like, who fucking cares?
Well...
Why is it so... Why is everything such a... Oh my god.
When I saw that it got announced, I knew exactly what the reaction would be. Why is Sonic Mania getting bundled with a bad game when I can just buy Sonic Mania? And you know what? We spent the whole of the last episode talking about Forces really tiredly, but y'all can check that out, okay? What I'm gonna say is that Sonic Forces is not... It's just a nice cheap alternative to get both games at once. Why are people being mad about this? Why are people mad that one game is bundled with another for like consumer convenience or ease of access or just making things cheaper? Like, you guys can't be fucking serious.
I don't understand, dude.
Like,
it doesn't make any sense. It's literally a bundle pack. You don't gotta buy it. You don't gotta buy it. Like,
that's the thing. Like, the people that are making these quotes have played both of these games. I hope they played both of these games, because you can't be talking shit and not have played a fucking game. But, you know, like, you can't be being like, ooh, you know, why are they doing this when you've already bought these games? You don't have to do anything. Just, it's an easier way for them to make money. And it benefits literally everybody involved.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, no, it's this whole fucking community is bizarre at times. I don't get the obsession with hating on things. Like, I'm a grumpy bitch, okay? Like, I can nitpick stuff super, super bad, but at the end of the day, I just play video games because I enjoy them. And I'm not saying that these people don't enjoy video games, but I think that people tend to hone in publicly, might I add, on the really, really teeny tiny small details and then nitpick the fuck out of them and blow them up. Like, this is what I was saying about Team Sonic Racing. The IDW comic before. It's like, I saw that silver picture like 20 times in like 1 hour on Twitter because, you know, people freaked out over a fuck up in the comics, and it's like, yeah, quality assurance is important, but like, you guys are really making too much of a big deal out of this. Like, just chill. Go to other avenues to discuss Sonic the Hedgehog, and don't storm Twitter or brigade other people's like opinion threads or whatever. Just engage in nice debate, because it's just getting real tiresome. I muted the word Sonic yesterday on Twitter. As somebody that not only does this podcast but runs a channel like based around it, and has been a super fan of the series ever since he was a little kid, it kind of sucks that I actively want to block it out of my fucking like feed without unfollowing like 400 people.
So, yeah, Sonic fans are problematic.
Yeah, you guys gotta chill. I'm not saying that in like a mean way, in like a fuck you guys type thing. Because I agree, like, I love for games that I love to get ported to modern systems. Like, let me look at my games right now. You guys don't think I wouldn't want Super Mario 3D World on the Switch? Or Xenoblade Chronicles X? Or fucking, you guys don't think I want a Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake? You know, I love these games, and I want them to get pushed to new heights with new hardware, or remade in some way, or remastered, or ported, or bundled. But, you know, I don't lose my shit if they don't. I expected Pokemon Generation 4 remakes for the last, like, 3 years. But hey, it's fine that we're not getting it, because I can wait. And the game, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, they exist. I can go back and play those games perfectly fine. Those games don't need to be remade. Neither do Unleashed doesn't need to be ported. It's right there on your PS3. Colors, you can... Dolphin exists, okay? I'm not going to advocate piracy, but Dolphin exists.
Hey.
It's just like... It's crazy, man.
No. Well, hear me out real quick.
You're gonna say the worst thing I've ever heard in the next 5 seconds.
So they port Unleashed to PC, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's unleashed.
I think that would be the greatest possible thing Sega could do. That would be the most amazing middle finger fuck you. And somebody would get murdered. Like, somebody would die on Twitter. Like, if that happened, someone's, like, internet career would just get shut down. People would be so angry. Bro, how would you even do Unleashed on, like, PC, though? Because doesn't it use motion controls? I haven't played that game in, like, 10 years. But the Wii...
it controls like colors. Bad.
Nah, colors is kind of clean, man. I want to save discussion on that game for another episode, but Sonic Colors is a fun-ass game. You know?
Dude, I'll boot it up after we're done recording, and I'll play through it.
Yeah, you're gonna like die on Tropical Resort, bro, and you're gonna be like, damn, this game's some mid.
Oh, I almost said something real bad. Let me stop.
Wait, no, what were you gonna say? I can cut it out. What were you gonna say?
I can't.
No, not cut. Yeah, no, that is bad. What the fuck? Anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I stopped. That's it.
Anyway. God, we've gone very off topic from the Sonic double pack. I'm sorry. We don't really have...
But you don't gotta buy that shit. Stop complaining about it. You already got the games.
Yeah, exactly. Like I bought Mania like 3 times now. I'm kind of sick of it. I'm sick of seeing it everywhere. I love it. It's probably in my top. It's like my 4th favorite game of all time. And that graphic that I made on Twitter a while ago, like, it's really good. I love it. But I'm kind of sick of seeing it, and you know, I don't need to buy it again. But that's fine, because I'm not gonna buy it again, and I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it. But anyway. The last thing that was on our, like, bucket list before we go into full fucking ramble mode, I guess, because we don't really have anything to talk about, is the filming for the Sonic movies done. Right?
Oh, yeah, it's done, and Sonic fans are still complaining about it.
You know, I just love how everything wraps around to, this thing happened, here's how people reacted to it. Because Sega we don't get news of much substance, it's just like out there. You know, it's just people's reactions which are the most interesting part. In general, it's like, yeah, like, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just comes with the outburst, overreaction bullshit that I constantly see on my Twitter feed. You know? It's like, why the fuck are you guys, like, this, I think I said this last episode, or maybe it was the first episode, but, like, stop acting as if you're a fucking director or a game designer or whatever, because honestly, you don't know how these things work. I'm not claiming I do. You know, Matt, I don't think you're gonna sit there on your high horse and be like, oh, well, you know, actually, you know? But we're gonna be here and we're gonna be like, okay. You know, it's just not something to worry about. And here's the thing, right? I said this in the first episode maybe, but who the fuck is really going into this movie with any expectation? Video game movies are historically dick, right? Like, nobody's coming in here and is like, why was the Sonic movie bad? I thought it was going to be amazing. You know, and more props to you if you do have expectations. Like, that's great. I just know that most people don't. So when it's weird to me that people are seeing a movie that they think is going to be bad from the get-go, and then they have quote-unquote evidence or reasoning as to why it's going to be bad, or they find more reasoning, and then they get more mad about it. It's like, what are you trying to accomplish with this? That's what I don't understand. Like, with this thinking, like, why I think we just like to complain.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because we sure do love complaining.
Yeah, no, it's
Complaining about the same things for 10 years.
Yeah, I think I want this to be like the last of our like episodes that are focused on talking about fan base reactions to stuff, because it just, doing these like weekly puts it into perspective. Because let's be real, we went through like 5 different headlines right today, and most of it was fan reaction discussion. And the other, and it's like we don't get too much news. Sega ends up drip feeding us a lot, which is fine. There's no real problem for that. I'd argue it's worse with series such as Pokemon, which is also something I'm interested in. It's not like we're getting a new Pokemon announcement every month or something. But with Sonic, like, we did this episode 2 weeks ago, and we're bringing up things that people are regurgitating almost verbatim, like, that people have been saying for months now, for years. And it's like, you guys better stop. Like, I'm not saying you can't have opinions, but y'all keep talking about the same thing over and over again. In fact, I'm kind of glad that the movie exists. Like, I hate saying this because it devalues the work that people put into these projects, like movies and games and comics, but I'm glad that we do find new things to complain about every so often, because we have something like, when Team Sonic Racing started getting a lot of shit, it started to take the fire away from Forces, and now people don't talk about it as much. And I'm glad, because I was tired of seeing Forces, and I guarantee you by the time, I'm already tired of it, but by the time Team Sonic Racing comes out and the next thing comes up, I'm going to be tired of TSR. Or the comics, or, I don't even pay attention to the comics. I know nothing about these comics. I know about that new Whisper character, and I know about Tangle, right? Those are their names? Tangle and Whisper? But, like, and I've seen, like, 1 or 2 pages, and I know the cover art's kind of pretty, right? I see them on Twitter a lot. But aside from that, I don't know anything. But what I do know is that people have been complaining about this shit for so fucking long. It's like, what do you got? What are you trying to accomplish, man? Like, the fact that I don't know anything about this fucking, like, series, except for the fact that people hate it, or people are very vocal about it, just speaks volumes about the whole community. I can't do it anymore.
Damn, can we talk about something we like next time?
Yeah. Well, why don't we do it now? We only been doing this for like 30 something minutes, so we can right? It feels like it's lasted forever. But what do you want to talk about? Because it doesn't have to be news related. Let's talk about some we like.
Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure is a really good game. You should all go buy it on Steam. I hear it's like $2.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure is a really good game with the Dreamcast conversion mod, because I don't know who ported the Dreamcast version over to PC, but I hope they don't work at Sega anymore. That's all I'm saying.
They fucking took the fucking Xbox. They just took the Xbox 360, PS3 ports and put them on.
Which was a port of the GameCube version, which was a port of the Dreamcast version. So
we all know which one's the superior version.
Yeah, the Dreamcast.
Well, I mean, the GameCube version is pretty good too.
The best version is definitely the PC version with the Dreamcast conversion mod, because it has all of the DX stuff in it, but it doesn't look fucking butt ugly, which is nice. But yeah, let's talk about Sonic Adventure, man, because I think that's a game that a lot of people don't like nowadays. Well,
no, that's past. That's past. That was back in 2014 when Game Grumps was at their height, and everybody started and decided to start playing old Sonic Adventure games and tried holding them to modern standards to critique.
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting like conversation topic. What do you believe? Because like, okay, say if I was to play Zelda 1 in 1980 whatever, you know, I think it would be great, revolutionary. But if I was to play it like nowadays, it wouldn't stand up on its own. But like, here's the thing: there's games that were released in 1994, like Sonic 3, that I can play now and finish in one sitting and love it from start to end. So it's weird that there's games like that. Like, how come early ass games can still be good today, but some can't? You know, like that's weird.
I think it's all a matter of opinion, how people feel about video games, and yeah. Shout out to the bad opinion. Shout out to bad opinions.
Bad opinions keep the world going. Okay, like
exactly. That's why I have the worst ones.
Listen, I don't fuck with Let me look at a game in my games thing over here. I don't fuck with Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness, but the people that like those games, they pushed for more 3D in Pokemon, you know? They pushed for what we wanted, and then over time elements from those games kind of came into the real ones, or the main series. You know, people who have a difference in opinion of you. See, that's also something I think the Sonic fanbase hates, is like, if you have a different opinion to someone else, you immediately clash on a personal level. It obviously shouldn't be like that, but that's what happens. And I think that one of the real struggles a lot of Sonic fans tend to have, especially on Twitter with some particular characters on that website, there are people that really like to clown on other people with different opinions. And to me, that's not... To me, it's fine if it's just like a jab or a joke, but then, you know, certain people do take it personally, and then people take it too seriously, and then it becomes an argument on Twitter for a day. And then everyone moves on, and the next thing happens in like 2 or 3 days' time. So, for me at least, I'd like a little bit more, you know, tolerance of other opinions. And that's the kind of not like safe space, but space that I want Figure 8 to have as well, from like a personal perspective. Like, you know, we goof about on this podcast and we talk a lot of shit, but you know, we still have mad respect for pretty much anyone in the community, you know? Like, I think there's one person or two people that I can say that I definitively really, really dislike, but those are for reasons that aren't related to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that in general, I am at least okay with everyone else. And in terms of what they think of Sonic, or, you know, as a community thing, like, I don't give a fuck. You know, I care about people as people, not as walking opinions. And I think that particular characters on Twitter.com need to realize that people aren't just walking opinions. Like, everybody who tweets something or has an opinion or puts a YouTube comment, they're a person as well, you know? And I think engaging them in debates rather than calling them stupid is a novel concept to some, but I think it's a good one. But anyway, enough about me getting up on my fucking community soapbox for the 10th time today. Emerald Coast is a fucking bop, by the way. I think that
best
is like...
intro stage in a Sonic game, hands down.
You really think?
One of the best.
I don't know, man. Like, Green Hill and Mania is clean. I think that's fucking sick. Oh, do you mean out of the 3D games?
Yeah, the 3D games, definitely.
Yeah, because, I mean, City Escape's nice, but, like...
City Escape introduces you to mostly everything that you're gonna need for the game. That you're gonna need, because you're not really doing much. Mm-hmm. Like, the bounce bracelet is really only used for, like, one stage. If you really think about it. And, like, in the context of, like, actual, like, level design. It's only used in one stage. It's very situational, but because you can use it in everywhere, it's great. Fuck.
Yeah. My favorite thing in SA2 is when you use the bounce attack on like rails to grind on,
Yeah.
and you just zoom, like, you go at full speed, and that's so satisfying to like chain those together in like, bro, in like fucking final rush, and you like chain those, like you like bounce to the other end of the map, and like you hit the rail from like miles away, and then you go super fast. That's so satisfying. But no, see, the thing with me is like for City Escape, it's really formulaic, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have this segment where this thing, okay, so like you have the long stretch before you have the long stretch of like when you're on the board, that's like 30 seconds, and then you have like a couple of rooms, and then you're in another long stretch, couple of rooms, another long stretch, couple of rooms, and then there's the truck, which is an automated thing, like it happens and you can't do anything about it. There's no like getting past it. So I think it's very linear in that regard. See, I think Emerald Coast would lose out to me in terms of if we put Seaside Hill and Ocean Palace into the same category, because like,
yeah, Seaside Hill and Ocean Palace are fun stages. I think they're the only good stages in the game.
Oh no. Can't agree with
not
you
Ocean
there, but...
Palace. I think all the Act 2s are really bad because like they just take the bullshit and turn it up to 10. In like Heroes, like all the bullshit that I dealt with in the first stage, but that shit was easy. Oh wait, you're trying to come into this jungle, man? You want to go into this jungle? Here's a fucking crocodile, and the game is broken, so you can't get past this crocodile section.
I mean, I remember having trouble with that when I was younger, but I do agree.
With the crocodile, I always end up getting sent flying.
Yeah. I think the prime example of that is Bingo Highway, because you have Casino Park.
Wait. Yeah, both of those stages are shit.
No, okay, listen, right. Casino Park isn't that bad for me because you have the pinball physics, and yeah, they're shitty. But I love the aesthetic of the stage. I think it's gorgeous. The music is amazing, and the platforming, when it's not, pinball related, is nice. You get to Bingo Highway, and it introduces the thing where you can fall off the bingo tables and you just die. It's like, why would I want this? Like, I wasn't prepared for this in the last act, but I was kind of prepared for the pinballs, so it's like kind of a justification. I don't know. It's very weird, but going back to like Emerald Coast, I think that stage is just really fucking solid, and I think that, because here's the thing, if I was to compare like Seaside Hill with like Emerald Coast, Seaside Hill isn't like meaty enough, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have enough to it that I would be able to compare it, but like putting that and Ocean Palace together, I think it would edge out over Emerald Coast. Even if it is like way longer than Emerald Coast to begin with.
Emerald Coast is some heat.
Yeah,
crazy shit that you can do in that stage, wild.
Yeah, like you can break that stage in really interesting ways. Not to
you
the
can
point where
skip
it's, like,
entire portions.
Yeah, I like how there's like moderate exploration as well. It's not like Speed Highway where you can jump onto a building and then spin dash up it and then go to get an extra life. But it's like, hey, there's these things that are out of the way, and it teaches you that, these capsules are here, they're randomly generated, they have randomly generated stuff in them. They're usually pretty good to get, and it's fun, right? If you go up on the wall of this part, you'll get this capsule, whatever. I think that's good. But I'm trying to think, what was Unleashed's first level?
The fucking
Windmill Isle?
Well, yeah, Windmill Isle.
Yeah, no, that one sucked.
Where it teaches you everything that you need to know about the game, but the mechanics are shit, so
yeah,
whoopsie doodle.
I don't vibe with Unleashed that much, but
Dude, the drift sucks.
yeah. No, I definitely remember having problems with it. Not that I was like bad, but it was, I don't know. It's a weird intro stage, I think. I forgot 06. What's the level in that game? It's not Emerald Coast.
Wave Ocean.
Wave Ocean, yeah, that's it.
Which is Emerald Coast Light.
Yeah, see, I like Wave Ocean. Wave Ocean has some, like, if you look at its, like, level map, it's really small. Like, it is really small, but it's really wide as well. Like, it's like, it, like, bottlenecks itself up until a certain point, and then it widens out a lot, and then, like, it comes back in. It's really interesting. I really like, that. Except for the Mach Speed section, that shit is not good.
That shit can burn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good at it to the point where I can do it, like, flawlessly, so it mitigates the bullshit, but I shouldn't have to, put up with the game's shitty controls. Colors. I think Tropical Resort is fantastic. I think it is the perfect, like, introduction stage. I don't think it compares to Emerald, but it's really
It's
close.
the perfect introduction stage for that game specifically.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's a really good way of putting it. I just think that, because obviously Colors is the problem where you have those stages that are like 20 seconds long and also the 2 to 3 minute long stages, so it's kind of hard to make the comparison, because it's like, we're comparing 2 acts of Emerald Coast, which, Emerald Coast is one stage split up into 2 areas, as opposed to 7 stages, 3 of which are like decently sized, and like the other like 3 or 4, I forget how many are in Tropical Resort or in One World in that game, are like 20 seconds long. So it's hard, but I think it gives you like a good introduction to the Wisps, and it's good. It's good for that game. Generations. In terms of modern, I love Green Hill, but it's a little bit too simple.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that game is really easy.
Yeah. I think Emerald Coast does a better job of establishing what the game actually is. Because, like, I don't know. The thing that I like about Adventure 1 in particular, not that I like hub worlds, but it's... The adventure games bring a lot of world building and nice context to everything
Adventure
that's going on.
throws you into a boss battle, and then lets you move around.
Yeah, like in Heroes, like, Heroes is an example where you're in Ocean Palace, and then the next stage you're in Grand Metropolis, ? How did I get there, And whilst if you took the hub world out of Sonic Adventure and you like had a map or something that was like, okay, or like the cutscenes in that game, it's like, oh, we're gonna go here next. If you took the hub world out, that game would still feel like a living, breathing world, even if you can't run around in it. I think Adventure 2 does a decent job of that, not as good. I think stuff with because the game turns into like Ark City a little later on, like night, like the last third of the game is just all in the Ark, which is fine, but I don't know, maybe that's because different characters jump around in that fucking game, and you can't, if I have to play a story, I have to play
Dark Story is mostly on the Ark. Most of the stages in Dark are on the Ark. Oh, that rhymed.
The Dark Ark. Yeah, no, you're right though.
Because literally, I think like the 3rd stage or whatever in the Dark Story is Lost Colony or something like that, right?
The first stage in the Dark Story is the level where
no,
Eggman
like
finds...
the third, like after Rouge.
Well, no, because he has Sand Ocean, doesn't he? Not Sand Ocean.
Oh yeah. After Sand Ocean, you go to the Ark, and you go into Lost Colony, and then you're kind of just like in and out.
Yeah, and like they leave to go back down to blow up the island, and then they go back.
Yeah.
And then they stay on there, and then the whole like climax of the story happens there as well. So I don't know. Adventure 1 does a really good job of world building, I think.
And then
Uh,
especially with all the lore added in and how all the stories are interconnected by
yeah,
the visions of the Echidna tribe.
yeah. I think that can
Excellent.
get a little bit repetitive, but it really
It,
like yeah,
well, like Sonic and Knuckles have the most have them. No, Sonic has the most flashbacks, doesn't he?
probably yeah.
Because everybody else just kind of gets one flashback.
Fucking Gamma, Windy Hill. What do you think of that? What do you think? You never played Lost World, right?
No.
I think Windy Hill is great because it's 4 stages that are really similar and they all fit the aesthetic and it's really nice and cozy. Then you have Desert Ruins where one of them you're getting chased by a sand tornado, one of them is just a very regular level, the other one is Desert Ruins, and the other one you are on a massive um tree going downwards that are all beehives, you know? And it's like, yeah, that game doesn't blend together, and that's fine. I don't think every game has to, but I think in terms of setting a game up, Lost World does it really well, and then it doesn't follow up on that. It's like if in SA1 you went from Emerald Coast to like you did like Emerald Coast, you did like Windy Valley, and then you went to like fucking I don't know, like a place from Silent Hill. Like what the fuck? It's just
Oh, you
really
can go straight to Red Mountain after Windy Hill.
yeah, no, like you get the Windstone, you end up in fucking Red Mountain. I don't know. I don't get it. It's oh like Lost World. Yeah. Like it's weird. The last one is Forces, right?
Um, Green Hill, Sand Hill is pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay. It plays itself, but I don't see that's the thing, like when people talk about this kind of shit, it's like these things happen by themselves. Like I don't complain that a game is too easy. I like one of my favorite series of all time is Kirby. You know, and one of my others is Mega Man. I don't give a shit about difficulty so long as I enjoy the game itself, cuz I can flip-flop, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite Pokemon games is, you know, like the games between like Platinum and Black and White 2 I think are my favorites. But I also love Pokemon X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, despite the fact that those two like sets of games are like so different in terms of difficulty. So when you know we have games like Forces where the first level kind of plays itself, I don't really care. It's like okay, great. I still got like 30 other levels to go. I'm fine. I'll live. Plus, you know, I played that shit in the demo like a million times, so uh yeah, no. I like the aesthetic of Sand Hill. I don't think I talked. It's funny how we're talking about Forces in the podcast after Forces, but um, I didn't really mind Sand Hill. I think it was okay. It you know the aesthetic's nice. I guess it's a cool mix up. They don't really do much with it. They could have gone further with it, but they didn't. It's fine. I can't believe we just talked about Emerald Coast and like comparing it for like 15 minutes. Like that lasted longer than half of the things that we actually wanted to talk about.
God damn it. Because SA1 is a good fucking game.
We should talk about SA1 for a whole episode. Maybe not
Yeah.
next time because I don't know what we're gonna be doing for next time, but we can figure it out.
Yeah.
So I think that'll wrap this up. We're almost coming up to an hour. Cut this one short a little bit because we don't really have too much to talk about, and if we did, then we'd be here for like 3 hours. So yeah, really.
Yeah, can I get a fuck Sonic ugly ass blue rat in the comments?
Yeah, everybody type fuck Sonic. Don't do that. Don't appease him. Don't let him win. If you type fuck Sonic, he wins. Okay. No matter how much I agree with him, he still wins. Anyway, we'll see you guys probably next week. Next week. I mean, we're trying to do this weekly, but we'll see you guys again next week.